as a high performer, you're obviously a high performer. The tendency of any high performer is do more, work harder, do more, do this, add on this, delegate this, do more. But it's actually counterintuitive, is what you were just mentioning. The more goals, the less follow through. And that's one of the key tenets they talk about. Is they've done studies on this. If you have 2 to 3 goals, the likelihood of execution is very high on those 2 to 3 goals. But the more goals you have, the less follow through you have. So it's kind of a counterintuitive concept here, right? And the biggest challenge, and I think a lot of leaders struggle with this, and a lot of high performers struggle with this concept in particular, because the more goals you have, the less follow through you have. And what does that mean? That means you'll have to say no to some really good ideas. And I think that's a huge challenge for a lot of high performers and go-getters. And you know what I mean?
Oh, it's so hard. I mean, it's like, oh gosh, I get ideas all the time. And I'm just thinking, oh, this is going to like blow it up. This is going to blow it up. But I've also started to realize too, like in executing things, as you get deeper down into the road, you understand all the details that are further along that you can't see when you're first coming up with the idea. Mm-hmm. And there can be 1 or 2 or 3 critical things that are going to allow you to not be able to execute that idea. I could give you more than a handful of ideas that I've had recently that we went down the road and then we pivoted because we realized, like, once we got 60% down the road, that a detail came up that would allow us not to be able to do that. Like, it would just be impossible. So, the focus is super important, but I think also going fast to realize whether this is one of the 3 ideas. It's very difficult to probably take 10 and be confident that these 3 are the 3. Because if it was so clear from the beginning, like, you wouldn't be having all these problems. Like, right. you would just know, and you would pick it and you would do it.